This sugar mama keeps sleeping with my boyfriend. My boyfriend says it's no big deal. Am I the asshole for breaking up with him?
Yeah, babe, she just comes around. We just like sleep together. She has so much wisdom.
She has the wisdom of all the presidents. Andrew Jackson, Benjamin Franklin, George Washington, Abraham Lincoln. We've been dating for 1 year plus. Plus what? We don't know. 3 months in, his mom was diagnosed with terminal cancer. Yikes. He had to move several states away. I moved out at his request for 3 months, got my own place. His mom and I got along amazingly. She even left family jewelry to me in her will.
Wow. That's
After
pretty good.
a year?
After a year, dude.
That's too soon.
Too soon.
That's too much.
You're like, give back the jewels.
Oh, dude, a year and you're giving family jewelry over?
Well, think about this. OP already gave her his family jewels. These nuts. I got him, guys.
You got me. He told me about his friend, 25 female, who he had a crush on in high school. Fine. He also told me that he'd stayed at her apartment for a night when he'd gotten there. Also fine.
Yeah, whatever.
But things got weird when I met her mom. So this 25 female's mom. We went over to hers for dinner, and she and her mom only talked about how close he was to them. They told me that he'd gone over to 25 female's house. He'd stripped down to his undies so she could do his laundry, and that she did his hair. He'd never mentioned this.
What the f?
They have a special nickname for him and tease me for not using it. Yo, this is like a dream though.
Yeah, this is straight out of like freaking, oh, your clothes are so dirty here. Oops, I'm stuck in the washing machine.
Me and my hot mom are gonna help you out of those clothes, those dirty clothes. The daughter even went upstairs to change into the same outfit I was wearing. The mom was even more possessive. For months now, she's iced me out over and over. I didn't hear from him for 2 days and later found out she'd taken him on a trip to New York. When he moved back, the mom flew in to help and asked him to stay in her hotel room for the night. He could have stayed at mine.
What are we doing here?
I asked, 1 bed or 2?
Oh.
He said my suggestion was gross. She's like a mom to him.
Mommy?
She keeps crossing boundaries. She takes sips of his drink at dinner. When I take a bite of his food, she immediately asks him to make her a bite. Yikes.
Guys.
This summer, they insisted that we all take a vacation together. I wasn't invited. A few days ago, his mother passed. I forgot that his mom's dying in this. He decided to stay in his condo alone for the night. 50s female flew in at 1 a.m. and went straight to his condo. There's no couch and it's a 1-bedroom. She slept in his bed for 2 days. What's the big deal?
What's she gonna do? Sleep on the floor?
I don't see a big deal.
What's the problem?
Just put a pillow in between, you know?
Yeah.
I was shocked, but I didn't say anything. This is not the time because his mom just died too. He can barely talk and he's processing his grief. Let me help you alleviate some stress.
Let me give you a little massage.
She also told me to not come over and check on him. She even asked me to drive her around and run errands for her. I ignored that and went over. Every time I tried to get close to him, cuddle in his bed, sit next to him, she took my place or made him move. Then she got ice cream on her shirt and took it off in the living room. Damn.
Bro, this is so obvious.
Damn, bro. As I was laying next to him, she hovered over us. His uncle and grandparents seemed to have an issue with her too. He told me that she and his family were fighting over him. He never stops her from crossing the line. I mean, I can't blame him. I mean, it's a move for him to not like stop the line crossing.
For sure.
He needs to solve that, or I need to eventually walk away because I can't feel like an intruder in my own partnership forever, which is true. Would I be the asshole to ask for some boundaries here, or am I just being jealous and controlling? And there's some juicy updates.
Ooh. Everyone in the comments, throw down what you're thinking. But me, I am like, she's laying it on
She's laying on thick.
It's so obvious. The bite for bite, the taking the shirt off when there's ice cream stain, like everything OP is saying. You know, granted, this is from OP's.
She's like sucking a popsicle. It's like,
oh yeah.
oops, I got a little ice cream on. I guess I have to take it off.
But yeah, I think OP is not the a-hole for wanting
All right.
mattress.
Well, let's get into the update.
Alrighty.
So, I called him this morning. I haven't heard anything in 3 days. He was asleep. Whoops. He said he would be driving back with her either today or tomorrow. He's taking the family dog and it's a 14-hour drive. I asked him to let me know when he's coming and to keep me in the loop.
Oh, he's coming, all right.
Oh, yeah. My current plan is to show up when they get in, regardless of the time, and tell her she needs to get a hotel and she can even sleep on my couch. Ugh. But they might get in at a weird hour where she can't check in, but that would be preferable over sharing his bed. She is not sleeping there. I feel sick to my stomach and I'm trying to do calming breathing, but I can't imagine letting another night in a shared bed go by. That's all I've got now. Okay, so now there's update 2. So he texted me saying he was in the car headed back and I couldn't stop myself. I said something and I'll provide exact quotes from the text below. The links to see the screenshots can be found in Imager.
Whoa. We have receipts over here.
Oh, damn. And this looks real. Have a safe drive, but I need to be upfront with this. Where is blank staying tonight? I think she needs to get a hotel room. Don't think we are making it the whole way today. Got a pretty late start. Probably a hotel, then drive remaining tomorrow, but we will see. I don't want to kick her out right now. She leaves Sunday morning because no flights tomorrow. Are you comfortable with her sleeping in your bed?
So comfortable.
I don't care, to be honest. She's like a parent to me, so it's never made me uncomfortable. I'm sorry if that makes you uncomfortable. I don't have my couch yet, otherwise I would sleep there, but I'm not going to make her get a hotel when she's like family to me. I need you to be okay with this right now, please. I can't handle any more questioning about my decisions than my family has already done every single day for the past week. So please just say you are okay right now. We can talk about this a different time if you want to, but I'm barely keeping my shit together.
It sounds like to me like he's hiding it and he's using his grief as an excuse. That's what it sounds like to me. I mean, like, it is the worst timing possible.
Terrible timing.
To have to like confront your partner when they just lost their mom. It just, to me, like with all the context that we've heard, and if everything that we've heard is true, it's just a lot.
It's a lot.
It's a lot.
But there is more. So I was just speechless. I know he's struggling hard, but I couldn't believe he would blatantly say her staying over was more important to him than my clear discomfort. I do want to have an in-person discussion about this with him. For those who would say leave now, I hear you, but it's hard to do a 180 in a day. Okay, now edit 3. We've talked in person. Basically, he agreed with everything. They won't let him have a relationship and they need to stop the weird shit. He agreed he wants us all to be friends, and I said I could try if and only if the stops now and forever. I doubt it. He agreed she's possessive and controlling and it needs to stop. I challenged why he'd say this now, but on Friday I said there's an issue. He told me to leave it alone. I felt hypocritical. He said if he puts up boundaries with them, they will retaliate, his words, against me and blame me for ruining their friendship. I pointed out how toxic and unhealthy that is, and he agreed. I want action taken. Words don't mean much now. If he can't put up boundaries immediately and hold to them, I'm gone. But even if he does hold to it, I can't constantly worry about this. She can't fight to possess and control him every time there's a crisis, especially not a mutual crisis. House burns down, pet dies, when I'm struggling too. I am still lost on what to do here. His mom died a week ago, and leaving him after he just said he wants to fix things is tough. When it's just us, things are fantastic. For those saying leave now, I do hear you. I'm not shutting my ears to you. It's just a lot to switch from seeing a future to considering leaving it all right now. And that is a wrap on that. So I don't know. What do you think? Should OP leave the boyfriend?
I'm very curious to hear what everyone thinks in the comments. I will say I was surprised at his response. I thought, I mean, usually in these type of stories, he's like, babe, there's no problem. Like, she's just like so great. She's like a mommy to me. Yeah. I mean, a mom to me. So to hear him actually I think, realize the like truth is good. And even the text, it felt like pretty level-headed. I mean, I think it's probably not the worst thing in the world if she lets some time go on and see if he lives up to his words. Everything she's saying is right. I'm just like, it's just a tough spot. I don't know. What do you guys think? Yeah, I would love to know what you guys think. Put your answers in the comments. Would you be okay with this mom interacting with your boyfriend like this? She was going crazy. It felt like a little bit much, but hey, we don't know. We'd love to hear from you. But what I do know is we're going to get into this next story. Today I effed up by trying to seduce my boyfriend on our cruise, but ended up shitting the bed, literally.
That's not the kind of booty you want on the boat.
Oh, goodness gracious, it's not. Sam, you know one thing I love about you?
My bodacious bod.
Yeah, you do have a bodacious bod that it handles a lot of food.
I'm trying to get thick.
You're trying to get thick with 3 C's. You want that bodacious bod to get more bodacious.
But I can't do that if I don't eat like a ton.
I think today's sponsor could actually help you out, Sam.
Who's that?
It's HelloFresh.
Just simply shop HelloFresh Market and take your pick from a curated selection of over 100 add-on items.
That's a lot of food, Sam.
It's amazing.
And Sam, it doesn't just help your beautiful body, it also helps your wallet.
I want my wallet to be thick along with me.
That's right. I mean, it could be so much cheaper than takeout, even going and grocery shopping, you know, pushing a hot cart in a grocery store.
Yeah, ew.
Disgusting.
Gross.
Why do that when you could just have HelloFresh?
HelloFresh is the best solution.
It really is.
Just choose your recipes and receive fresh, pre-portioned ingredients so you can get back to cooking.
And Sam, it's already cheaper than takeout and groceries, but you know we got a big deal for our beautiful fans.
Go to HelloFresh.com/50OKOP and use code 50OKOP for 50% off plus free shipping.
Guys, we're giving you the deals. Again, that's HelloFresh.com/50OKOP. Use code 50OKOP and we'll give you 50% off plus free shipping.
You gotta go with America's #1 meal kit.
Ow, ow! Earlier this year, my boyfriend, 28 male, and I, 25 female, went on a cruise down to Mexico. It was our first big trip together as a new couple. Congrats. Being the angel he is, he paid for the entire thing.
Nice.
Myself, being the poor peasant he was dragging along, made sure to buy plenty of lingerie to pay him back in the best way I could.
Oh, baby.
Oh, God.
I feel like girls are more into lingerie than guys are into lingerie.
I 100% think that that's the case.
I don't know if you're repaying him, paying him back by wearing more clothes is like the thing.
Oh my God. It's nice. I like it.
I'm not saying it's not nice.
Yeah.
But you know what else is nice? Nothing.
That's true. We also got the drink package, so we were nice and liquored up for a good amount of you-know-what on this trip.
Oh, let's go.
Also, to preface this story, I could not poop until about 4 days into the 7-day cruise.
4 days? How often do you poop?
Like at least once a day.
Yeah, same. At least once a day.
Yeah, I would say.
Maybe twice.
Maybe. We had group with the dinner we were with, and afterwards we ended up on the Lido deck to get in some talking and a good smoke break before calling it a night. I don't personally smoke, so I saw this as the perfect opportunity to surprise my boyfriend. I excused myself after only sitting on a deck for a few minutes and snuck back to the room ready to enact my devious plan. Once back in our room, I put on my most beautiful, intricate set of emerald green lingerie that I was so excited to show off.
Oh, yeah. Lingerie.
Sam's like, yeah, excited to show off to yourself because that's the only person who'll ever care about it.
I'm just not a big lingerie fan.
I hate lingerie, Samuel Todd. I had a garter belt, lace bra, stockings, the whole 9 yards. I even put a little makeup on to really sell the whole French whore. Oh God. Okay. I then got under the covers of the bed we were sharing to make sure it was a surprise, and I anxiously awaited his arrival. I was so excited for this set. About 20 minutes go by, and I finally hear the door unlock and open, which only makes me even more excited to show off. I get even more under the covers, just my head poking out from the blanket. I was watching TV. It was just really the map channel because it was fun seeing where the boat was. That's a hilarious random detail. My boyfriend then walks in with a huge smile on his face, only to then lift his leg and let out the loudest cheek flapping wind tunnel extreme, definitely have to wipe afterwards fart. Myself, in utter disbelief of the situation unfolding in front of me, proceeded to rip off the sheets, revealing the gorgeous set of lingerie. I can only imagine how red my face was in embarrassment and slight anger. All the color immediately drained from his face as soon as he saw the surprise, and he started apologizing through tears and laughter. He then proceeded to explain his actions and reasoning, stating that he thought I had snuck away so I could poop in peace. I was so embarrassed that I ended up just putting my PJs over to lingerie and just went to sleep, still in complete disbelief that that had actually happened. The next morning, He did make it up to me by bringing me coffee and breakfast before I woke up, which is sweet. And the rest of our trip was beautiful. And
Dude,
honestly,
huge mistake. What he should have done is he should have bought some lingerie for himself and then worn it to greet her in the morning.
But the rest of our trip was beautiful and honestly perfect. And yes, I did eventually take a poopy. We're still very much together and very much in love. I just give him a bit more warning before I try to surprise him in that manner now. An edit for some context, it wasn't just a little fart, guys. Like loud, smelly cruise buffet fart. We were only together for a few months beforehand, so of course I was embarrassed. It was our first vacation together and I just have severe anxiety on top of everything. We ended up laughing and still do about the whole situation.
Okay, so happy ending.
Happy ending in the end.
So what I've learned is no matter how much lingerie you wear, it cannot overcome a fart in terms of sexiness.
Well,
one fart eliminates all lingerie.
It cancels out the lingerie. Okay, yeah, it canceled out the lingerie. Yeah, in this scenario.
Anyway, I would love to know why lingerie. Put your answers in the comments.
I think we should undress this next story.
Let's get into it. My boyfriend's dad found my booty painting and exposed me in front of my entire family. Am I the asshole for ending it?
You really took the private text and put him in the group chat. That's literally what this is. The family group chat.
Family group chat. I, 24 female, have been dating a guy, 24 male, for almost 3 years. 2-ish years ago, I painted a kind of raunchy picture for my partner as a gift. Oh yeah.
Oh God.
My ex-girlfriend actually wanted me to take nudes like on like a Polaroid in the desert.
In the desert?
If you remember that trend where people painted the backs of their legs and butt and sat on a canvas, that's what I did. It's a big, about 24 by 36 canvas that has my ass cheeks painted on it. He hasn't hung it up yet, but it's been sitting propped up against a back wall in his man cave. The back of it facing out so no one can see the painting since we just moved in and are still unpacking. I love how she's like giving this guy all of these excuses, like, yeah, he hasn't hung it up yet. It's just sitting in his man cave. Like, we're still unpacking. So like, I totally understand.
And he just like turned it away so no one could see it just because, his hands were tired. He didn't want to turn it back around.
It's his mother's birthday a few weeks ago. We went out to dinner to celebrate. My partner invited them over to our house after dinner to show off our place. The group consisted of his mom, stepfather, 2 sisters, sister's boyfriend, and his stepbrother. His sisters and stepbrother weren't super interested in a tour since they had helped us move in and had already seen the place. So he was showing his mom and stepdad around. I was in the living room with everyone else when the stepdad walks in holding my painting like a trophy. Everyone explodes into laughter, and his stepdad keeps making jokes about the fact I painted it for my partner. They're talking about my butt and how weird/awkward it is that I did that. His sister kept yelling and was laughing so hard she almost cried.
Jesus.
My partner follows, laughing, saying, I told them no, but they don't listen. My partner's siblings are 14, 17, and 19, and I burst into tears and ran into the kitchen to hide because I felt embarrassed.
Oh.
That sucks.
Is that the end of the story?
No, there's more. I'm like, but like, is there a moral to the story yet?
Dude, just can't give your ass cheeks to nobody, apparently.
Give your ass cheeks to nobody.
Otherwise, your stepdad is just going to put his hands all over it.
Yeah. They ended up leaving not long after, and I was bawling in the kitchen. His stepdad was laughing and said, sorry if I crossed any boundaries. But he didn't say it to me. He said it to my partner. I told my partner I never wanted to spend time with his family because of how they embarrassed me from here on out, and that I would only see them on holidays. I absolutely had to. This did not make my partner very happy. I think when he realized I was serious and not just accepting his stepfather's sorry, he began to get defensive. He was saying that people would have seen it anyway if it was hung up. And what, was he supposed to take it down every time he had guests? When I tried to explain it wasn't about that, it just ended with him saying, this can be a wash. He says he can't change his family, and I know how they are, so I just need to adjust how they make me feel so I can handle them in the future. Am I the asshole for making that decision and sticking to it because of this incident? I understand it is his family, and he probably feels like I'm attacking them personally, but I'm just so embarrassed. Edit some clarifying info. He has never hung it up anywhere before moving it into our house because he said he didn't know what he was supposed to do with it. I know it was made for people to see, and I wouldn't have cared if they had seen it hanging up, but it was just the way the family went about it that makes me feel so icky. And that's a wrap.
And that's a wrap. Everyone, let us know what you think in the comments below.
All right, let's play through some alternative scenarios.
Yeah.
So if you make this painting,
Yep.
this ass painting, and hang it up, and a family member goes like, that's fucking weird.
Yeah.
Is it on your partner? No, right?
No, I would no.
I would say probably not.
Yeah.
Can you get upset? Yeah, I think you could be upset, but because that's
Probably
like
more so
rude.
at the person that makes that
exactly.
comment.
Yeah, the person that makes that comment. I do think like any personal sexually explicit art is it's not necessarily inviting like comments, but if you have people that are like more conservative, they're probably not going to be comfortable with it, and there probably is going to be like you have to be ready for comments to be made. I guess
it makes it easier for a scenario of someone like in your scenario of like if it was hanging up and then someone made a comment of that. Obviously, it's going to be way more likely for those scenarios to happen if there is art or things of that nature, like in public.
In
spaces.
a public setting, like, and it could be great for you, both of you guys, and you like looking at it. But just know, like, I think any sexually explicit art could be commented on negatively, potentially, and it could be hurtful to the person that is related to it. Like, if it's you guys.
Jeez, I'm sorry, OP. That definitely is not fun.
But again, like, I think it's like if you had this ass painting, would you hang it in a public place or would you hang it in a private place?
Hell yeah.
And then 2, what would you do if this happened to you? Like, so if your boyfriend's family made fun of your ass painting and shamed you, would you go no contact? Let us know in the comments.
Also, if you want to submit your own story, we now have a call-in line. You can call 440-508-6567. Instructions are in the voicemail. We would love to hear all of you guys' stories. We've been reading them. They've been fantastic. So definitely hit our line, and we'll see you next time.